Most people don't know this about me, but I actually got into horses because I was afraid of them. Not a little. I was genuinely intimidated by them. Their size, their power, their presence. And if I'm being honest, fear has a funny way of pointing us towards things we're meant to experience. This is Rico Leonidas, and I'm Lakeisha Corinne, and I'm an equestrian. And today is just a simple wash day. Nothing dramatic, nothing extraordinary, just me and him. But sometimes the most ordinary moments hold the greatest lessons. I started working with Rico in the fall of 2024. At the time, I didn't realize I was learning much more than horsemanship. I thought I was learning how to work with horses. What I really was learning was how to work with myself. Horses don't care about titles. They don't care about social media. They don't care about who you say you are. They respond to energy. They respond to intention. They respond to truth. Being around Rico has forced me to slow down and become more aware of myself. One of the greatest gifts in this journey has been my mentor, the woman who introduced me to this world. Kind of by accident, but I'm glad, well, I ain't gonna say by accident, but I'm glad it happened the way that it happened. She was Rico's previous owner, a woman with more than 50 years of knowledge and experience. But beyond the knowledge, she gave me something even more valuable. She gave me guidance, patience, understanding, and genuine sisterhood. Since moving here, authentic connections have been very rare. But sometimes God sends exactly who you need when you need them. And through horses, I found a mentor, a friend, and a reminder that we aren't meant to navigate everything in every season of life alone. Horsemanship has taught me about solitude, not loneliness, solitude. The kind that allows you to hear yourself again. The kind that allows you to reconnect with who you are and beneath the noise. It's taught me about movement because healing isn't something that happens while standing still. Sometimes healing looks like showing up, learning something new, getting uncomfortable, taking one step forward even when you're afraid. And most important, it's helped me regulate my nervous system. In a world that's consistently telling us to move faster, produce more, and do more, horses require presence. They require you to be here. in this moment, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. So while this may look like a simple wash day with Rico Leonidas, it's really a reflection of a much bigger journey. A journey of overcoming fear, building trust, finding community, and becoming the woman I always knew was inside of me. Because if you follow my journey for any amount of time, then you know my life has never been conventional. I've worn lots of hats: mother, entrepreneur, creative, visionary, builder. And for a long time, I thought growth only happened through achievements. I thought growth looked like accomplishing goals, building businesses, making money, creating opportunities, and checking things off the list. But this season has taught me something different. Sometimes growth happens in silence. Sometimes growth happens when nobody is watching. Sometimes growth happens standing next to a horse in the middle of Arizona desert. I think one of the reasons horses resonate with me so deeply is because they mirror who you are. You can't fake confidence around horses. You can't fake calmness. You can't fake trust. They know. And there has always been so many moments where Rico has shown me exactly where I need to grow. Not because he was trying to teach me a lesson, because his presence required me to become more aware of myself. There were days when I showed up crying, stressed, thinking about businesses, thinking about family, thinking about responsibilities, thinking about everything I needed to do. And Rico didn't care about any of that. He required me to be present, to slow down, to breathe, to focus. And in a strange way, that became my therapy. Rico is my therapy. I know a lot of people think healing always has to happen in a therapist's office or during a retreat or through some grand transformational experience. But sometimes healing happens through repetition, showing up consistently, learning, listening, building trust, developing a relationship with something bigger than myself, literally. And that's what this journey has become for me. Not just learning horsemanship, not just becoming a horsewoman, but learning how to trust myself on a deeper level. Learning how to listen to my intuition. Learning how to move differently through life.